look at that. All right, hold on. Let's get the airplane. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, people, we're doing a live stream and a video right now. This location is 9101 Northside Parkway. This is Department of Airports property across the street, but this is in the city of LA. The city of LA has a mandate to keep public property clear of obstruction. Now we have the city sidewalk, city of LA, which should be kept clear. We have this building, this piece of property, which is owned by the Department of Water and Power. The lawn, you would assume, is owned by the Department of Water and Power. Yesterday, well, let's go back. For the last 6 months, I've been trying to get, we're going to see it in a minute, you see the ice plant up there covering the sidewalk. That's an ADA violation, American Disabilities Act, which says that all public property should have clear access for anybody that's handicapped, disabled, using a walker or wheelchair, or whatever the reason may be. So, I contacted 311 months ago to get this area cleaned up. They closed out the order and never did it. So I called up again, they closed out the order and never did it. Yesterday I was a little bit tired of this, so I was out here when they were mowing the lawn. LAX, the LAX employees, and they said, we don't want to give you bad info. All we know is we can't remove the ice plant because DWP owns that property. We'll get to that in a minute. They were okay mowing the lawn, which maybe DWP owns it, but why is the Department of Airports out here mowing a lawn that is clearly past the easement of the city? So I said, all right, I'll take care of it. I called up 311. We're getting to the ice plant right now as we see this beautiful airplane coming in. Oh my God, look at that. It's just incredible. Looks like a Delta. Okay, back to the story. So they've got some numbers on here for DWP for access. Of course, neither number works. There it is. That was United. I don't know what I'm talking about. Neither number works. No surprise. Yeah, look at this. You can't have a sidewalk like this. Now, if you know anything about easements, that line over there, that's the city easement. This area should have been completely cleaned by LA airport employees. And it should have also been cleaned when I reported it to the city of LA. And what's shocking is this street is the city of Los Angeles. Yet when you talk to the city of LA, they say this address is not in their system. And I say, how can it not be in your system? This is in the city of Los Angeles. You own this piece. And they say, well, we can't find it on Google. And I said, I don't care if you can't find it on Google. This is the city of LA. The airport is in the city of Los Angeles. Westchester is in the city of Los Angeles. Playa del Rey is in the city of Los Angeles. The police station across the street is in the city of LA. This is the city of LA. That's 311. Okay, so we've got another airplane coming in. It's going slow, so I don't know what the heck this is. What's this, an A350 or something? All right, so let's get back to the story. So I call up 311 and I put in a complaint. She says, well, I can't find it. I can't find it on Google. I said, you know what? I'm not going to play games with you. Give me a supervisor. Because this is going to turn into an ADA lawsuit if this continues. So, she gives me the supervisor. And they had an event at Hyperion about a few months ago, and they told me, they said, if there's ever a problem with 311, you call, don't go online, you call directly, and we will do what we need to follow up. We will do what we need to and follow up on anything to make sure it's taken care of. So I get the supervisor and I tell her what's going on. And she says, well, I can't find it in my system. It's not in the city of LA. We can't find the address. And I said, let me tell you, I'm going to call the mayor and file a complaint about 311, not handling this complaint. I'm going to go over to the city council office and file a complaint. And she says, well, you know, that's okay. You can do that. You're free to do that. And I said, what I'm going to do, since this is an ADA violation, American Disabilities Act, and the City of LA and 311 is refusing to fix this, I'm going to document everything, and then we're going to go into court and sue you. And she says, oh, it's an ADA violation? I didn't know that. Let me look into this. And all of a sudden, everything changes. Now they're listening, because they know ADA means not million-dollar lawsuits, billion-dollar lawsuits. And when you violate ADA, you always lose in court. There's always a payout. So, she took down my info. She says, I said, I'm not going to get thrown back and forth between the city and the airport and DWP. You guys fix this. This is not my problem. And she said, I'll get back with you. I gave her my info. Then I went over to the city council office. Knocked on the door is locked. There's a phone number on the door that says, call the phone number if the door is locked and the guard is not here. Hold on, it's going to be noisy in a minute. I know it's a long video, long live stream. Oh, is that, what's that? I can't remember. Sun Country? I think the orange is Sun Country. It's a beautiful airplane. Oh, Sun Country, how I love thee. Okay, whoa, look at the size of this American coming in. It is so overcast and gloomy out here. Oh, yeah. So the phone number doesn't work. It's not connected. Kind of like the sign out here where the DWP number is not connected for access. So I'm knocking on the door, nobody's answering, and then somebody comes over. An employee comes over. I said, do you work here? He says, yeah. I said, I'm trying to get in the office. He says, I work in the office. I said, the phone number on your sign doesn't even work. How do you expect anybody to ever get in here if the door is locked and the number doesn't work? I said, unless you don't want to deal with your constituents, you really ought to change the sign with a working number. So I was very lucky that somebody showed up. Really nice guy. Listened to what I said. Very nice guy. Very professional. Tracy Park should be proud that he works there. Took down the complaint. We went on his cell phone, and looked at Google Maps because he didn't know where the street was. He knew where the police station was, but I don't think he lives out here. He handles the whole area from LAX, Westchester, Playa del Rey, Palisades. So he's got a huge area to deal with. And he agreed. He said, we make sure the right-of-way is always clear. And he was going to have his, I forget what they call it, one of the employees, one of the city people, come out here and look at this. So I get a phone call from that person this morning asking where this is. And I said, you know where the police station is? You go to the police station, you go down the street, you go around the curve, you're going to see all this stuff over here. And he says, all right, I'll get back with you. We're going to go look into this and find out who's responsible as we watch another airplane land. This thing is huge. Oh my God, there goes Southwest. Oh baby, oh look at that. Okay, where did this plane go? I can't zoom in because I'm holding two cameras as I do this. Turkish. God, that is so huge. Beautiful. So they're going to get back with me. This is 6 months. Numerous phone calls. I even called LA Airport office. I called the LA Airport office to get this taken care of. And the phone rang and rang and rang and rang. Just like the DWP thing and just like the number outside the city council office. Nobody ever answered. It just kept on saying, leave a message, call here, call this, call this. It's a big runaround with the city, which is unfortunate and very sad that this is what's going on in LA City now. And I was even asked the question, how many people walk on that sidewalk? And I said, what does it matter? Clear the sidewalk. Oh, we got an LA cop over here. or an airport cup. I said, it really doesn't matter how many people walk up and down this sidewalk. This sidewalk should be clear. How do you expect somebody in a wheelchair to get by this area? You can't. Somebody with a walker, they couldn't do it. So, I can't tell you how many hundreds or thousands of people that walk this sidewalk have ignored the problem and never filed a complaint. They just said, we'll do nothing. We'll go home and play on our little Instagram and Facebook account and live in our own isolated world and do nothing. But me, 6 months of dedication to get this sidewalk cleared, and nobody's going to care. But that's who I am. A man of the world. Now, over here, this is still pathetic. And, nothing against the LAX guy. He was told, or he believes he shouldn't be clearing this. This is on City of LA sidewalk property, and the airport should have cleared it. And I even told the city council guy, I said, I would go out here right now and clean this up on my own, but if I get caught, the city's going to fine me for damaging city property and working on something that I don't own. So I'm trapped. There's no way to take care of things. This is going to get taken care of. We'll continue the video when it's done. Now they're definitely on it. You mention ADA and everybody jumps. Which is sad that I just couldn't say, get somebody out here to clean the sidewalk. This was a small city. This was El Segundo, Manhattan Beach, Culver City, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Torrance, PV, Beverly Hills. They would have been out here in a minute. Beverly Hills, they would have come out here and sent their employee out here and said, clean this mess up. City of LA, absolutely nothing. So this video will continue because there is going to be success here. Oop, looks like an animal got run over in the road. We don't want to show that. There's going to be some success, some accomplishment. Only because I've invested, I don't even know how many hours to get this done. Look at this. They would not clean this up. If I would have been the Department of Airports, the guy out here, I would have said, let me get my trimmer out here. The heck is that? I would have said, oh, got another plane coming in. I would have said, you know what? Let me get the trimmer. We'll clean it up. It's not a big deal. He's a city employee. Nobody's going to write him up. Nobody's going to fine him. DWP isn't even around here anymore. They're not going to care. The sidewalk's cleared off. But he's scared. He's scared he'll get in trouble. Or he just doesn't want to do it. You notice the pattern here? All right. So I'm very glad. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. That is beautiful. Okay, so I'm glad that this is finally going to be resolved. SAS. It's finally going to be resolved. Well, look at this, all the way around the block. DWP, shame on them. I can't tell you how many times I've called DWP. I'm not even going to mention it. With the complaints I filed with DWP. Yikes. Okay, so we got and it goes all the way up the block. You see this? We got an unmarked pickup truck over there, so I'm not going to put him on the video. They're probably like, what's this guy walking around with 2 cameras for? So, there you go, people. Yeah, they got airport police inside that pickup with the dark windows, probably wondering why the hell is this guy walking around with 2 cameras pointing down towards the ground recording ice plant. So there you go. There you go, people. I will continue this video when there is some resolution. They're going to call me sometime today and let me know what the status of this whole thing is, and we'll go from there. So, okay. He's got his engine running, so he is watching. See, and this is why it's just absolutely incredible. They mowed the lawn. They mowed the whole lawn all the way around the piece of property and refused to do the ice plant. What can I say? All right, that's it. To be continued.